So today is the hottest day of the year so far, and I thought, what a great opportunity to stay inside and make a blog video. I missed last week. I'm very sorry to all 8 of my subscribers. I know that you guys plan your weeks around these videos. I had a lot of angry emails and letters. However, I'm going to make up for last week with this week's video, which is existent. As a musician, you get asked quite a lot about your musical influences. So this week, I thought I'd make a video about my top 5 musical influences. Number 5, the late great B.B. King. Obviously a musical legend. I remember listening to his album live at the Regal so much that my CD broke and I had to get another copy of it. This is the top 25 most played on my iPod. B.B. King, B.B. King, B.B. King, B.B. King. The biggest thing for me about B.B. King is how he can use very few notes to make a really big impact. Music doesn't have to be complicated to be good. Number 4, Jack Johnson. In my opinion, Jack Johnson is one of the world's best dudes. Not only is he a great musician, he was also a professional surfer. Jack Johnson's influence is probably a little bit more obvious in my older stuff than the stuff that I'm writing now. But the flow of his lyrics, I think, is still something that comes out of me from time to time when I'm writing. Number 3, the Flight of the Concords. The Concords are a comedy folk duo from New Zealand. I can remember my cousin showing me their rap video, the hip-hoppopotamus versus the rhinoceros, and it completely blew my mind. I never really come across Popper? Come on, Ben. I'd never really come across proper comedy music before, or at least none that I thought was very funny. So these guys really caught my attention. And over the next year, I developed a fondness of them that was borderline unhealthy. My friend even made this DVD cover with our faces on it instead of Brett and Jermaine. Although I'm not a comedy artist, I think I do take music less seriously than a lot of people. And I think that way of being is at least partly down to my love for Flight of the Concords. Number 2, John Mayer. The first time I heard John Mayer, I was in a Nando's with my friend Andy, and he played me Slow Dancing in a Burning Room off his phone through some headphones, and it changed my life. From that point on, John Mayer has remained one of my favourite artists. I think his influence is pretty obvious just through my writing and general style. Similar to B.B. King in some ways, both amazing guitarists who express a lot of feeling through just a few well-placed notes. And I think John Mayer has a lot of fun too. If you haven't seen John Mayer Has a TV Show, I definitely recommend it. Links in the description as always. And finally, my all-time biggest influence, Ben Folds. Whenever I tell people about Ben Folds, I describe him as sarcastic rock. He's not a comedy writer, but I do think that his music has elements of humour in it. But I think my favourite thing about Ben Folds is that he just doesn't seem to care. He does what he thinks is good, and he does it with guts. I also think his lyrics are really interesting. He does this thing called character writing, where he writes songs from the point of view of different characters. This lets him explore stories and subject matter that wouldn't be possible if he was always writing from his own perspective. It's a style of writing that I'm starting to get into a little bit. There's a song on my new EP called Love at Your Own Risk, and I wrote the lyrics to that song using this technique. So that's my top 5. Honourable mentions to Peter Gabriel and Newton Falkner. Thanks for watching. I have crammed the description full of links. Please check them out, it's all brilliant. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.
Then it was not smart to wear flip-flops, pal. 2, 1. 2, 1, go!